3 days before the wedding, his mother handed me a folder across the marble kitchen island. Her smile didn't reach her eyes. "It's just a formality, darling," she said. His father didn't speak. He didn't need to. The way he leaned back in his chair, hands folded, said everything. They'd done this before. Controlled people, controlled money, controlled outcomes. Inside the folder, a prenup. One that said if anything happened, I'd leave with nothing, not a dollar, not even the apartment he gifted me. I looked at her, then at him. He avoided my eyes. That was when I knew. They didn't see me as family. They saw me as a threat. I smiled. "Of course," I said softly, "I'll have my lawyer review it." They exchanged glances. That was their first mistake, assuming I didn't have one. When I met Daniel 2 years ago, he was the kind of man who made you forget to breathe. Charming, golden, the kind who held doors open and looked at you like you were the only person in the room. I was an interior designer then, building my business quietly, client by client. He said he loved that about me, that I didn't care about money. I almost laughed. If he'd bothered to look, he would have seen the company registration under my name, the one bringing in 7 figures a year. But I didn't tell him. I let him believe I was the sweet, simple girl who was lucky to have him. People reveal their true selves when they think they're above you. The changes started 6 months before the wedding. He grew distant, careless. One night, he left his laptop open. I wasn't looking for anything. I was just tired of being ignored. But curiosity has sharp edges. There she was. Her name was Emily, his ex, the one his parents never liked. Dozens of emails, plans, private hotel bookings, messages about me. "Don't worry," she'd written, "once the prenup's signed, we'll be free." I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I memorized every word. And that night, something inside me went still, like water before a storm. I didn't cancel the wedding. I didn't confront him. I smiled, kissed him goodnight, then called my lawyer. We rewrote the game quietly. The first move was simple, my own prenup. Hidden within theirs, folded between legal jargon his parents wouldn't bother reading. A clause, one that triggered financial compensation for emotional damages and intentional deceit. The signatures would bind both parties. Next, I had my accountant prepare a wire. $9 million transferred from my trust into a newly formed holding company. My name nowhere on the surface. If they wanted a gold digger, I'd give them the illusion of one. I played my part perfectly. The nervous fiancé, the grateful outsider. Every smile was a weapon. Every silence a setup. 3 days before the wedding, I signed their papers. Pen steady, smile sharp. They didn't notice the addendum. They didn't notice that every page they initialed bound them, not me. By the rehearsal dinner, they were celebrating. His mother toasted to loyalty and family. His father slipped a thick envelope to the officiant. I toasted too, to endings disguised as beginnings. The night before the wedding, I sent an anonymous email to the board of Daniel's company. Attachments, his affair, his financial misconduct, and the prenup details, all neatly documented, all traced back to him. Within hours, chaos spread like fire. By morning, his shares were frozen, his position under review. And I, the woman who was supposed to marry him, was sitting in a hotel suite overlooking the ocean, watching his name crumble in real time. He called 17 times. I didn't answer until the 18th. "Why are you doing this?" His voice cracked. I smiled, though he couldn't see it. "Because you thought you were playing chess," I said softly, "but you were the board." Silence. Then the sound of him breaking. A sound I'll never forget. The wedding never happened. The venue canceled after his family's accounts were seized for investigation. The papers printed headlines about fraud, insider trading, and a family empire collapsing. And me? I was already gone. Halfway across the country. My business sold, my money safe. They thought they could humiliate me, reduce me, replace me. But I learned that revenge doesn't need anger. It just needs timing. 3 days before the wedding, they thought they'd won. 3 days later, they didn't even have a company left to defend. Now, whenever I pass a jewelry store, I pause. I look at the rings, the ones meant to symbolize forever, and I remember his mother's smirk, his father's silence. I don't wear rings anymore, but I do wear something better: peace, and the knowledge that sometimes silence is the loudest revenge of all.